Good evening and tonight, viewers. This is Three Roads Gaming. Now let's ride. Last time on Let's Play Final Fantasy VI, we learned that Locke is a real big league weirdo. And also some other stuff happened, presumably. So this is Zozo. In addition to there being monsters around, everyone here lies. Okay, I do not want to fight this guy. I'll show it off. I think I'm beefy enough to withstand it. Basically, Homeboy here has a death counter. He's also got 1200 HP. I think he's the first regular monster to... I believe he's the first regular monster to eclipse that total. But yeah, he'll occasionally death counter with magnitude 8. And all-party earth attack. Now what you're supposed to do here is... You know that everyone in this town lies, and a lot of them will talk about what time it is. Well, they even lie about the time of day, so you're supposed to talk to everyone, and then by process of elimination, figure out the time. Or you can just do what the rest of us in the 90s did, buy a strategy guide, and have memorized 6, 10, 50, a number you'll remember when you're an old person slowly expiring in a retirement home, and all of your other memories are inaccessible to you. It's true. Harvester! This guy is relatively unthreatening. Oh yes, another thing about this area, viewers. Pretty much every area up till now has been pretty damn easy. If there has been a strong monster, they're the exception, not the rule. Well, in every good JRPG, there is a point in time at which the game decides that you generally know what you're doing, and they're gonna stop holding on with kitty gloves. Zozo is that point. Didn't mean to ruin it with Celeste, but whatever. Anyway, Edgar's got a new tool, the chainsaw. It deals a lot of barrier-piercing damage, and it has a solid chance, but not a complete chance to one-shot the opponent, which can be kind of a bitch when fighting bosses, because bosses are immune to instant death. Oh crap. Alright, Celeste, heal thyself. There we go. Okay, so that's Gobbledygook's gimmick. If you want to confuse them, if you have the Noise Blaster, you can, and they'll cast Vanish on you. Anyway, Vanish is easy enough to fix. Just cast magic on them. Any magic will do. Vanish makes you completely immune to physical attacks, and if you're playing the SNES version, it factors into one of the major exploitable glitches. Man, if only Sabin had an ability that hit all enemies. Please don't both cast Vanish. Well, I believe Aura Cannon will bypass Vanish. Auto Crossbow will not, though, nor will Locke's attack. But yes, any magic attack will undo Vanish. That includes attacks like Aura Cannon, or some of Cyan's Bushidos. There we are. But yes, if you want to, you can confuse them into attacking you, or into vanishing you. And this right here is why the Veil Dancer is a big league threat. They can use level 2 magic on you. If they single target, you're dead. There's no two ways around it. There we are. So yes, keep your HP high. Alright, I've already shown this guy off. I don't want to deal with him. There we are. I think Magnitude 8 is about 250 to everybody. Brigand's Glove. Ooh, that gives Locke the capture ability. Or Mug in this case. Capture is an ability that in the SNES version has a lot of nice little perks. Alright, use Blizzard on everybody. There. There we are. Basically, it bypasses a lot of checks on various attacks. Alright, please don't use Blizzara. That's gonna be all she wrote for Edgar. And that's why we want to keep our HP at full. Don't be like me, children. Don't be a naive fool. Alright, let's try. Thankfully, I got plenty of Phoenix Downs. We can make up the difference in potions. There we are. High potion, ether. Gobbledygook. I think you can steal, silver spectacles off these guys. I believe is what you can steal from them. None of the guys have really great steals. I believe the Hill Gigas has a rare Gigas Glove steal, which makes sense. It's a Gigas. Alright, let's go ahead and... I got enough ethers. There we are. I think Veil Dancers only use that nasty magic if they're alone. So... we should just take them out. Why are you trying to steal? Oh, they have the silver spectacles for a steal. And he stole money from us. Which is fine, because I'm not spending any of the stuff. Come on, Edgar. There we are. Excellent. And that's the other reason this area is tough. With the exception of the Gobbledygook, pretty much every monster here has an ability that'll just straight up murder your ass. Oh, Lord. Well, I'm at full... Okay, cool. Woo! Yeah, try to keep your HP above 300 around here is all I'm saying. Burning Fist. I believe Burning Fist, in terms of sheer numbers, is the strongest weapon in the first half of the game. Oh yeah, another interesting fact about the Hill Gigas monster. When they were translating the SNES version, it appears that whoever was reading it thought the name was actually Hell Gigas. So they, can't be saying that on the SNES. So they translated it as Hades Gigas. It's kind of funny. Anyway, this here's a boss. Well, after all this nonsense, it's refreshing to be the nice person. Nope, he's lying like everyone else here. Let's see, I think we can steal it. Ooh! Thieves Bracer! That's the rare steal. I only need one of them, but still. Anyway, in the face of everything else here, Dadaluma is almost comically pathetic. Yeah, use a potion, a high potion, he's gonna cast. Well, he's gonna heal himself to the tune of 550 HP and then cast Protect. Which, most of my attacks are just going to straight up bypass. Protect just decreases physical damage by 1/3. And yeah, I'll occasionally summon his bros. But he's pretty easy to take down. I can respect that. Ooh, Twist Headband. I can stick that on... No, he's already got a green beret. As does he, as does he. Oh wow, the bandana's better than the plumed hat. Okay. You know what? Saban's got enough HP. Celeste, you take the green beret. There we are. Now everyone's got pretty solid defense. Anyway, we're about to get another Hermes Sandals, an X Potion, and a Terra. And the game is about to dramatically open wide in terms of abilities. Rama. I believe he's some sort of Persian or Middle Eastern god at the very least. So, a little bit of interesting trivia. If you bring a solo Gaul party up here, Gaul will be unusually conversant. Because, you know, your character has to talk. Eventually, they'll just stop writing custom dialogue and just kind of like having random quotes like, oh, it could be anybody saying this. I want to say someone on YouTube uploaded a version of it, so check it out if you're so inclined. Yup, an Esper. Yeah, totally. No one's gonna think the old guy with a floor-length beard and robes and a staff is completely on the level. You look like the kind of guy that there would be a subreddit about. You'd be like, oh.
Local cryptid.
Be like, oh. Has anyone around here seen Gandalf? What's his deal?
And you know the things that Reddit comes up with are going to be much worse than admitting that you're a Esper.
It's true.
Because they always are.
Those people always have such sad stories. Like, you'll have a local colorful character that screams at traffic, and then, like, when they die, you'll finally learn that, oh yeah, their entire family perished in 9/11 and it just broke their brain. But yes, every town has one. Your town has one too. It might be you if you look interesting, depending on how small your town is. I mean, a big town like Dallas or Fort Worth, you gotta be real nutso to really rise above the crowd, but you live in a town of 400 like my dear wife, All you need to be is slightly quirky, and they'll be like, oh yeah, the guy with the pink hat.
Oh, you mean the guy with one arm?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all it takes in a small
And
town.
small town, usually everybody knows his name.
It's true.
Uh, we knew the name of the guy that if he was near the lake, you weren't allowed to go swimming as a kid.
Yep. Whereas in a big town, you wouldn't know the guy's name.
You wouldn't know that there even was a guy because nobody talks to each other. So
It's
since
true.
he's a convicted pedophile, nobody would know that the dude that sits in his lawn chair and watches where the kids are swimming is actually watching the kids swimming because he's a creep and not because he's watching for snakes.
It's true. But anyway, all that aside, humans and espers did used to live together, apparently. And then espers went and did their own thing. So that's basically how people like Celeste got their powers. One day about 20 years ago, and Tara's 20. Interesting. Interesting. Wonder if she's related to this. There's no way. Anyway, we have our next goal, the Magitech Research Facility. So we're basically going to try and find something that can help Tara regain herself. So we have our next goal. And Celeste is going to go because she knows the Empire. Magicite! Yeah, when you see the other ones, you'll see why they couldn't live among humans. Like, Rama and, of course, Ifrit and Shiva are going to show up. They're staples. They could maybe pass if Shiva just wore a lot of clothes and hid the blue skin, and maybe only went out at night, but those are about the only ones that can pass. So, unlike other games, anyone is going to be able to use magic now. So we get our first four espers. Kirin, named for a Japanese lightning deity. It's also the mascot of a brand of beer in Japan. Siren. Y'all know the sirens. Those are the famous songstresses that lured ships to their death with their beautiful song. And apparently they were really manatees. Like, people looked at it, it's like, yeah, it was manatees that did that, which is hilarious. Ketchi, not Kate Sith. I don't care what Final Fantasy VII Rebirth said. It's Ketchi. Named after a, I think, Gaelic trickster deity, either Irish or Gaelic, I can't remember. But obviously also gave the name of the Final Fantasy VII character. And I already explained Rama's whole deal. We will be back for you. Oh yeah, also, if we had Shadow at this point, he'd bail. And everyone's going to talk about their various assorted feelings about the situation. So yeah, basically they kind of inject an Esper into a human, and they can cast magic. It's like how Goku could become Super Saiyan 4 naturally, but Vegeta had to use that thing Bulma built. Though, as to my understanding, in Daima he goes Super Saiyan 3, which is interesting. Locke and Celeste are absolutely mandatory for this next part. Gonna bring in Edgar and Sabin again. Gotta go all the way back to Narsh to change party members if we want. Now, in the Woolsey translation, he just says something like, there's bound to be loads of treasures there. But he wants a specific treasure. The one that Creepy McCreeperson alluded to. Alright. Let's equip Espers. Gonna give Siren to Celeste. Rama to Locke. Catch She to Sabin. And Kieran to Edgar. And I don't mind making this one a little bit of a feature length, because there's a cutscene I want to show off, because I'm going to need to do it at some point. You can also summon the Esper once per battle. Now, summoning absolutely whipped in Final Fantasy IV. But here, it is just garbage. It is hot garbage. There are maybe a small handful of Espers that are worth a crap when summoned. Siren, as a summon, silences everybody. Rama does about, let's just say, somewhere between Thunder and Thundara level of damage. Kieran casts Regen on everybody. That one ain't terrible. And Ketchi confuses everybody. But yeah, I'm going to be showing off a cutscene because I'm going to do some grinding before the next update, and I want to... I would have to rest up at Figaro for grinding purposes, so I might as well show it off on screen. Love that. Hidden a weakness. But yes, the Vulture can use an ability called Shamshir. It halves your HP. If you're wearing certain gear, it'll completely... You'll completely be immune to it. Makes sense they'd have gold needles. They have stingers. Alright. Okay, Hugh, I didn't get into a desert fight. Anyway, if you bring back Edgar and Sabin together to Figaro, we'll have a scene like this. Sabin will bail and he'll look around. If you just bring Edgar without Sabin, he'll be like, "Oh man, sure would have been great if Sabin came." And I don't know if Sabin will say anything on his own if you don't bring Edgar. Anyway, we gotta rest to make this next part happen. We're gonna have a sad little flashback. And again, just remember, despite the fact that he's got his muscular adult sprite, Sabin was apparently a little bit of a shrimpy kid. Yeah, God forbid they want to have a succession plan in place so their kingdom can continue. God forbid. And Edgar displays a surprisingly mature side to himself. He might be a goofy horn dog, but he knows what needs to be done. This coin is going to come back up later. Just keep this coin in the back of your mind. That's also why I show this off now, because it makes a future scene a little more impactful. He's just hanging out there in the curtains, just waiting for Sabin to show up. I imagine just sitting there for hours, like, oh, it's going to be so dramatic when he monologues about his life and I join in. But yeah, I like this because it displays a surprising depth to Edgar's character. He doesn't want to be the king, and yet he must be the king. And there we are. And we rested up. Thankfully, Sabin also rested up. It really sucked if you were playing a JRPG and it forced you to rest, and you didn't have your full party. And then when you got your other party members back, they weren't rested. Looking your way, Lufia, too. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here. Next time, after a lengthy grind, well, not that lengthy, after some grinding, we will go see what Chidor has for us. This has been Three Roads Gaming. Sure, I'm glad the road brought you my way, and I hope it brings you back again soon. Have a good one, everybody.